convida-te só para tu depois veres como é que é o jogo.
Diz aqui que a transmissão foi interrompida. É no YouTube que estás a fazer?
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you.
Ok, vou entrar aqui
And I'm
no
sorry about
YouTube.
that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Focus on my life. Can't get it.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I had to leave after this was my brother Lewis's funeral.
Já ganho uns pontinhos.
Consegues ver os gráficos do jogo,
My
bem?
mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Sim.
Maybe she thought I'd know.
Está a contar para ti,
Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me
pode ser
back.
então, se a net não tiver muito boa, pode estar um bocado mais focado a isso mesmo.
Não sei se é por aqui.
Mas acho que não está, está bem.
Não era para descer, acho que era para subir por ali. Tem uns gráficos muito bonitos, não é?
Parece que tem uma
I haven't
paisagem
driven this
fixe.
way in a long time, but I saw a few hoofprints.
Será que o arco é assim?
O arco é, mas nunca viste nenhum vídeo ainda do arco.
Não. Tenho que
Deixa eu
ver.
ver.
Viste ali um meme? Quer dizer, aquilo não é um meme, aquilo é um viado.
Even after I inherited the house,
Meme.
I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Eu já vi o youtuber a jogar aqui uma parte e eu já sei onde é que eu tenho que entrar.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Ia-me ver a rasca.
É bacana, pelo menos esse jogo parece ser fixe.
Por isso vou já por aqui que eu já sei onde é que eu vou entrar.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Spoilers aí.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Eu só vi um bocadinho. Pelo coisinho do cão.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
A sério?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Ok, não há luz.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Olha, sabes para que é fixe o jogo?
Não foi filme.
Para o Simãozinho, que
But
gosta de
instead of
jogar
a
em primeira
family, they were
pessoa.
just memories of one.
Mesmo. Mas isso dá para jogar online? Não.
Não sei. Acho que não.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Por enquanto, acho que não.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
You'll get agora.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Ok?
Isso tem uma data e diz o nome das pessoas.
Sim. Que é a família da rapariga.
É o Calvin.
Acho que é o irmão.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Mas está tudo fechado. E aquela chave? Abre aí.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Já deu para aqui para fazer qualquer coisa.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Já entramos aqui em algum lado.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I'm showing you.
Yeah.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Ela é um gato. E agora?
Acho que não tem algumas palavras aqui.
Tá onde?
Isso aqui é pelo lado esquerdo. Aí não deve passar.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Aí.
Tá onde?
Olha lá, até por agora. Olha para cá chegar. Deve ter subido, eu acho que não subiu nada. Ah, não.
Onde é que ele foi?
Está bem, nada.
Hã?
Não sei se vê lá se está lá embaixo. É aqui não. Vou lá em cima. Em cima dessa cama.
Está ali. Para aqui não dá. Não, que eu vou saltar para ali.
Ali.
Já? Está ali em cima.
Uma gata.
Ah, não é?
Tens que ir para trás da frente. Não está só para trás. A gata, né?
Nossa, é só um gato. Passarinho está a dar trabalho.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Está ali.
I gobbled her up,
Foi-se.
and suddenly I was an owl.
Agora é uma
First,
coruja.
all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Coitadinho do coelhinho.
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one more. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost was too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Agora
Nunca digo mexer os animais todos que existem. Mas eles um tubarão fora d'água.
o quê?
Um tubarão fora d'água.
Fora d'água.
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Caralho.
Não consigo baixar aqui isto.
Acho que eu tenho jeito de procurar focas, meu. Acho que eu estou a dizer para eu preciso de focas e coisas assim.
Está bem, deixa-me primeiro sair daqui. Ai. Isto é difícil ser tubarão. Então tá aqui uma foca.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Isso é.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had
O que
changed.
é isto? Que nojo. Que nojo. Que nojo, o que é isto?
Agora és aqui.
Sei lá.
És uma cobra.
Não,
O que é que alguém anda?
sei lá.
És uma cobra aí, mano.
Now
Não,
I
não,
was
não,
a
não, não,
monster,
não. Isto não é uma
and I
cobra. É
smelled
uma coisa
blood.
nojenta. Isso é maligno. Isso é maligno.
Eu era um monstro.
Credo.
Chamada Anaconda.
Não.
I was big, and I moved real quiet.
Vamos para pôr.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Esse chega um bocado. Aliás,
belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor. What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled
Ainda tem fome.
something I had to have, so I swam
acho que vou
towards
passar o
it.
jogo todo com fome. São dos animais todos existem no mundo.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Agora vai sair pela sanita.
Vai estar ali um cagar.
I got closer
deve
and
ter sido
closer.
ela que matou os pais, não?
Vai na volta. Aquele é tu.
Será que dá pra sair pela janela? Entrar
Está
por
ali
ali?
escrito.
Não sei. Aonde?
Baixo da cama que é. E do outro lado esquerdo.
Do lado esquerdo? Aqui?
Tem onde tem essa luz quando pausa, viste? Baixo da cama.
All my stomach started growling,
Agora aí do lado direito.
and suddenly I was me again. I held my breath for a long time.
Os últimos estômagos começam a romper fogo.
I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten,
Pois eu sei.
she was the one who named it Molly.
Mas eu vi aqui qualquer coisa, eu acho que dá pra entrar por aqui. Então.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Dá-me só um minuto.
Então, vamos.
Peraí. Voltei. Aqui dá uma coisa.
The room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Também fortes numa ave, nunca.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Eu acho que sim.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Vocês são passagens secretas?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Mesmo, já viste? Essas passagens secretas.
Mesmo. Só. Tem segundo show.
Olha, eu já fumava, vês? Parece museu.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
O pior é que tu tens que mesmo balançar o balanço.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd
Porra,
still
já
be
tô
here.
tonta.
but I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Sei lá.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Queria voar.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Decidiu voar.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
E tem que descobrir o eixo. É só descobrir 2, 3.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Aqui não. Então, será que é a porta? Também não.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
O que eu digo, isto é só coisas secretas, ó.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Será que isto é de terror e a gente ainda não percebeu?
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Tem uns sons estranhos.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him.
Então tem que ir à caixinha de música.
On cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Agora estou a jogar mesmo no livro.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
A sério? Uma vez a de snooker. Castelo.
Vamos ver mais um que por baixo. Não sei se é que tem a continuação.
Ah, tem que chegar assim no braço. A sério? Ou eu tenho que bater na porta? Ah, tem que bater na
The
porta.
gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Credo. E agora?
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Estás perdido.
Caralho, que sistema.
Rick?
Barb,
Lá está, a gente
relax.
dá primeiro e
I was
depois
just trying to
pergunta.
scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead,
Isto
Walter.
não dá para passar à frente. Coisas aqui a cair.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Ai.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
Tenho que acabar aqui. Está a fazer aqui a história.
Famous. And with her final breath,
Mais um
Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
Este jogo ainda é pior que o GTA, que o
She
Lester
had a
a dar as
taste for
histórias dele.
stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who
Nós
disappeared
andamos
this
ter isso ao
secret.
lado dos desenhos.
And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole
Agora que
time.
aparece diz que está
Took
salvado.
all pretty
Sim.
hard.
Salvado.
But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Desculpa-me.
Não tá mal.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Yeah, está ali salvando, yeah. Tens razão.